I will say the worst thing I've ever done in regards to making something, like forgetting about something and having it spoil, is my backpack one year in school. I'll tell this story. I don't know if I've told it before, but if I have, it's been long enough where I can tell it again. Basically, I have my backpack, right? Everybody has a backpack and they take it to school and, you know, do your school stuff, normal things. You come home with your backpack, you have it in your room, all that. Okay, so at some point, there was like a lot of fruit flies around the house. You'd be in the kitchen and there'd be like 2 of them, or you'd be upstairs and there'd be a couple flying around. And it's like, where are all these fruit flies coming from? So we were trying to figure out, like, were they coming from the trash? So we were emptying out the trash more, and we were like putting the fruit in the refrigerator instead of leaving them out. And I couldn't figure it out. You know, everyone was like, where are they coming from? And I noticed they would be in my room even though I didn't bring food into my room. So I was very confused as to why. And then one day, like, it just kept getting worse and worse. And then one day it was like, okay, I just had a weird feeling about my backpack. Because I was on the bus with my friends and there was like 2 or 3 fruit flies on my backpack. And I was like, okay, I don't understand why, but I just have a foreboding feeling. So when I came home that day, I put my backpack in my bathroom and I closed the door. And there weren't any fruit flies in my room that whole day. So I was like, okay, fruit flies, are they coming from my backpack? So I went back in the bathroom and I was about to open like the main compartment I always open and close because that's where my books and stuff were. And then I had 2 side, like, front pouches. And I opened one and there was nothing in there except for like a granola bar. And I was like, okay, that one's fine. And then there was the smaller pouch. And I did not open the smaller pouch. I had a weird feeling, so I went to my dad and I was like, I think there's like a bug in my backpack in the small pouch. So can you check it for me today? And then I went to my friend's house. This was unrelated. I just was planning to go to her house that day anyway. So I went to my friend's house to work on projects and stuff. And then when I came back home, my mom was like, you traumatized your dad today. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you traumatized your father. I was like, what? She said when he opened the backpack, it was like a plume, like a cloud of fruit flies exploded out of that pocket when he opened it. All over the bathroom, everywhere. It was like a puff, like a cloud puff, but all fruit flies. And she said it grossed him out so much. And he had to clean it all up. And I was like, oh no. And I went to talk to him. He was on the couch watching TV, and I went to talk to him and I was like, Dad, you clean my backpack for me? And he was like, I don't want to talk about it. It was like, I don't want to talk about it. And he said that's the most traumatizing thing he's ever experienced, and he's been in like wars and stuff. He said that was more traumatizing than war for him. Opening the backpack with the flies. I had a Lord of the Flies backpack! I always think about the enemy from The Binding of Isaac. That was me walking around summoning flies. Unknowingly, I had no idea. Moral of the story is, if you're gonna put snacks in your backpack that are fruit snacks, you need to make sure you eat them. Okay. Make sure you eat them or take them out. Don't forget about them like I did, or you'll end up with a Lord of the Flies backpack.